to remember. That's good.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm very excited, guys. Give it up for Moritz from Rhino.
Okay. So I'm also a PechaKucha timer, so it's here, but I want to talk to you guys a little bit, not just about all the great things that we're doing in class, but also kind of where we are in time. So in this generation, it's now very mainstream. I think a year ago, this week, the pitches of English and software tools. And it's gone like wild, it's really good whenever you have interface workflow, whenever you have something you want to use AI tools. But 3D hasn't really taken off as much. Mesh kind of has, but Mesh is not that relevant for us as a medium, right? So Mesh is just a 3D version of a pixel image kind of. And so even though Mesh Gen has become really good, it's not as relevant for us. But I'm here to tell you that this is about to change very quickly. So the last week's release of the Gemini 3.1 had all the DeepMind people talking about optimizing it for SVG generation. And I'm sure you're aware that SVG is also very relevant for CAD, like the structured code-like shapes. And you can see the thing is, once they start optimizing for something like this, because of reinforcement learning, they improve very quickly. Right? So if you start to build training runs that are based on SVG generation, you start with a UI and nice graphics, and very quickly you can start building training runs for CAD models, for redrawing blueprints from a problem and so on. And because you already have the ground truth, it's pretty easy to do. So what do? We can build an AI CAD suite, but we don't actually build an AI CAD suite, because building an AI CAD suite means you have to retrain your talent, you lose decades of files that you were building off, right? And your firms have internal knowledge, which is invaluable. And with the external CAD suite, you never really know how you're going to train your data. So instead, what we do is we sit in Rhino. So we build a CAD suite into Rhino, so that Rhino handles the CAD, because they're really, really good at that. And we can handle the AI part. And anyone who doesn't do that will have to handle all of the CAD part, as well as the AI part, and therefore has to split their efforts. So, what does that look like? This is a cheeky reel that I made on the Rhino point here from Switzerland, so I'm not going to be working. But you can see we're using Grasshopper as a sort of logic layer, which gives you a nice interface into what your AI is doing. And then also, of course, this is a UI. It's a really fun way to explore that. But we also work with everything we already have, right? Everything we already know about Rhino, which is what we've been seeing today. All the tools that people build, we're building on top of those tools. So we're not going to take any tools away from you. We're just going to add AI on top, and that's what we believe is the winning strategy. So what does it look like if you add AI on top of, let's say, Rhino? Here, you can see Rhino will draw in an existing PV analysis script that this firm has uploaded to the Rhino context library. And when one of your designers is looking for a PV analysis script, Rhino can find it and configure it to the model in real time. And then, that's good. Let's go on my own side. Okay. So you can also ask questions about models, right? So Rhino is really deeply integrated right now in Grasshopper, but in a couple of months also in Rhino. And so you can use it to ask questions about a script that you send that you got from collaborators, something you downloaded online or whatever. I want you to remember this one thing. Raven is your Rhino Grasshopper AI tool, and we're like super doubling down on this, because we think the monolithic CAD giant that we all created was a mistake, and we should go back to this internet, the promise of everybody's building tools that they need, and they're sharing it, or they're not sharing it, that's up to you. But there's a big problem, right? So Raven can generate geometry from scratch. It can take any existing file that you have in Grasshopper and use that as context. It can work with really big files because it can navigate across the graph. Right? That's what we like Grasshopper. This is a graph structure. It's basically like code, but it's more optimal for CAD files. And so in this case, it's really pretty simple Grasshopper. But also, Grasshopper connects. Right. We've seen everybody here was a Rhino. Basically, all the presentations, I think, except for the Rhino, is something to do with Rhino. And that's a great thing. Rhino connects to Reddit, it connects to ArchiTech, it connects to technical structures. And using Raven, you can use Raven with Grasshopper to do your Rhino setup, to do your ArchiTech bridge. So here you can see an office massing done in Rhino, fairly simple, and then pushed into ArchiTech, and will become native families, all the living beauties already in there. And of course, Raven is going to be working with Beam, things like that as well. very excited actually to bring that to you guys. Who are we? We know architecture and AI. I just spent the last 2 years as a researcher at this Berkeley in my grad school, where I was working on Raven in its research version. And then my two co-founders are from ETH Zurich and Kucha, the two very technical architecture schools, have experience working as architects and as software developers. This is a photo of me in 2024 at ATN presenting my paper, Mediating Modes of Thought, and then there's a German version, Intelligent Tools of Use. So the idea is LLMs are not even for CAD. We've been working on it for 2 years, and the moment is here, and it's going to be more here every day. Oh, I just switched aside. You can see this is the start of our year. These are our user numbers. Every weekend people don't use Raven, so they're actually using it for work. But otherwise, it's going to be well. And I want you guys to know about this. I want you guys to prepare about this for this, and I want you to come shape the future of your tools with us. So, Raven Enterprise, of course, offers you all the data security that you want, but also offers you tools like look through the decade of data that you have and draw in what you need, right? Set the first design conventions into Raven and have like a little collaborator right there helping designers to follow them. Raven.build is our website, and I'm excited to talk about all of you, all the things. Thank you.